on any and all comers, and obviously went ahead and had a tremendous effort here tonight against Armando Resendiz. I will give the floor to Caleb Plant, ladies and gentlemen, from Nashville, Tennessee, now living here in Las Vegas. Caleb Plant always comes out, fights his heart out. Caleb, the floor is yours.
Hey everybody. It was a great fight tonight, close fight. Felt like it could have went either way, but it's live by the sword, die by the sword. And the judges seen it how they seen it, and I'm not the type to make any excuses. I left no stone unturned this camp, put it all in. Paid a lot of money for camp, did a lot of work, a lot of running, and obviously I'm disappointed, but wanted to make sure I come out here and said my piece, came to see you guys, and I still getting a lot of love from the fans, and I think I've earned the respect over the years, and obviously right now I'm just disappointed. So
take a seat. Questions for Caleb Plant? Raise your hand.
Hey Caleb, how you doing? This is Najee from Cigar Talk. Obviously it didn't go your way today. I feel like you weren't throwing the right hand as much. I know a lot of people said that on Twitter as well. Was there anything wrong with your right hand at all at any point during the fight?
Yeah, it was hurting me a little bit. Yeah, it was kind of bruised, but that's not an excuse. And what do? You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's live by the sword, die by the sword, and it was a close fight.
Thank you. Caleb, congrats on a hard-fought fight. Throughout the week, when you spoke of Resendiz, you talked about stepping on him. Did you, in retrospect, underestimate or overlook him at all in this fight?
No, I knew it would be a tough fight, and that's one thing. People try to say that about Charlo as well. And one thing, maybe the boxing media, but for sure the boxing fans are going to have to start understanding is it's not a popularity contest. So just because a man doesn't have 1 million followers or isn't always in the limelight doesn't mean that he's not a good fighter. And I knew Resendiz was going to be a tough fight. I knew what was on my hands, and I didn't overlook him. Brad, my dad, Rich, Tony, none of us overlooked him. We knew it was going to be a tough fight, and that's what I'm in the business of. Is taking those fights that are going to push me, taking the fights that are going to give me good experience that I can take into the next fight. But no, I definitely didn't overlook him. I knew it was going to be a tough fight.
Yeah, look, Kevin Garcia with Fight Hype. Down here, Caleb. So obviously, you just talked about not overlooking Resendiz, but even up until the weigh-in or the press, or one of those 2 days, excuse me if I'm wrong on the date, but it seemed like you and Charlo were still going back. Was there any level, back and forth, excuse me, was there any level of distraction, between Charlo and whatever you guys had in this fight?
No, that's why I kept putting off those questions about Charlo. I think even, right after the press conference, you may have asked me something, and I was like, yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'm focused on, the task at hand. And you can only fight one fight at a time. And, fights aren't won on paper, they're won in the ring. And, I take nothing away from Resendiz. He's a hell of a fighter. I'm happy for him. I know he's got a kid on the way, so, congratulations to him and his. And, me and my team will regroup, get back in the gym, and be back.
Thank you.
Caleb, all my respect, I admire your career, you know that. But let me talk about this beautiful, classy act. What did you share with Del Toro Resendiz, because it's a very classy act?
Yeah, I just, told him congratulations to him and his. Congratulations on the baby. Gave his wife a hug and told him I'm happy for him.
Are you tempted, Caleb, to try to run this one right back, or would you like to go to Charlo, given who you are in the sport?
I'm down for anything. I'd go right to the Charlo fight, but we got a rematch clause, so I'm more than willing to run it right back.
CP right here, Marcus Hayes from Fight Up TV, and that's what I wanted to ask you. We heard Charlo say that they could make up a belt, that he's desperate to get his lickbacks against you, that he wants to fight you next no matter what. Are you willing to just go directly into a Charlo fight next?
Yeah,
if it was offered to you?
Yep, absolutely. No doubt.
Caleb over here.
congratulations on a great effort, a great fight. You know, the revenge tour that you've built, it's a part of your DNA. How do you motivate yourself moving forward, considering the hand that you're dealt now?
Yeah, I mean, Revenge Tour isn't just about my boxing career, it's about life in general, you know, and we're all on the Revenge Tour. You know, we started off with nothing. I'm sure a lot of us in the room started off with nothing and have been told, no, we can't accomplish this because of where we're from or what we look like, or non-believers looking in on us. And, you know, the best revenge is success, right? So, in life, I'm a winner. You know, if you look at where I started, what I've been through, and what I've had to accomplish to get here, it's taken a lot. And I feel like if anybody's the man for the job, it's me. So, like I said, I'll regroup with my team. We'll get right back to work, and I'm not easily discouraged. You know.
All right, last question right here.
Stephen Kell, Wider Sports. Just thank you for another great fight. For the fans. Was there something strategically going wrong that, like, maybe I don't know, was Breadman the instructions he was giving you, like, was there a reason strategically that you couldn't put your game plan with what you were trying to do?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like I was putting my jab on him, using the whole ring, switching directions, working my jab up and down, working my feints. You know, I didn't use the right hand as much as I want. You know, it was kind of bothering me. But again, like I said, that's no excuse. And but, you know, Brad was giving me great instructions in the corner. My dad was giving me great instructions in the corner. And, you know, I felt like I won, like, at least, like, first 5 of the 6. And I felt like I definitely could have pulled, 2 out down the stretch somewhere along the way. That's 7-5 right there. So I felt like I did enough to win the fight, 7-5. But, the judges didn't see it that way. And sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles. So, but no, my dad, Brad, Rich, they were all giving me great instruction. And, I felt like I was sticking to the game plan other than, putting my right hand in there a little more. But
We'll be back.
I'll be back.
Look forward to seeing you back. Caleb Platt, ladies and gentlemen, a world-class fighter, a world champion, and a world-class person. Looking forward to seeing the return of Caleb Platt.
Sure, man. Appreciate all y'all's love and continued support over the years. It means a whole lot to me and my family. And like I said, we'll be back soon.
And congratulations.